Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, accompanied, like always, by the ever-lovely Zombie Huesitos, and we are here to regale you with a little haul video. Yes, indeed. I got a chance to visit a flea market, and I so rarely get chances to visit flea markets. Like, I want to go, but either I don't have any money or I don't have any time. This time, I didn't have that much money, but I had the time. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to a flea market, and went I did. And I found some stuff to share. Now, what does Professor Macabro look for when he goes to a flea market? Well, as you can tell, Professor Macabro is always in the hunt for movies, but movies on flea markets have been kind of, rare. I don't see that many movies as I used to find a whole bunch of movies. People had boxes and boxes of movies that I could look at and find. And that's why the last epic 5-part DVD haul video was so epic, because I had that, I would buy 1, 2, 3 movies here and there, and then I just save the pile up to share with you later. And I'm still doing that. But I wanted to showcase some stuff that I found. Yes, indeed. So, I mostly look for movies. That's the main thing that I look for. Movies, 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 movies everywhere. And also, when you buy it secondhand, you have to make sure that the discs are not all scratched, or, God forbid, they don't have any disc rot. But the other thing that Professor Macabro likes to hunt for in flea markets, it's costume or horror-related stuff. Yes, indeed. As anyone that knows me personally, or follows the channel, or follows me in social media, I love horror. Horror is my favorite thing. And Professor Macabro's birthday is on Halloween. So, I'm always looking for stuff that's costume related, or things that I might be able to use in a costume. Or, for the channel, I might need a prop. I might need, I don't know, some candles or other stuff. So I'm always looking for props for my videos. Yes, indeed. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for. And in this occasion, I was able to find a little bit of everything. So allow me to share what I found. Yes, indeed. First, I'm going to go with, again, the main thing that I hunt for when I go to flea markets: movies. And I'm going to show everything. I unfortunately didn't find any horror movies. I found one, but not that many horror movies this time around. Horror movies are very difficult to come by. If normal DVDs are getting hard to come by, horror movies are even worse. I don't know if people are just buying them all up and then selling them online. I couldn't tell you. But it's not as easy to find horror movies as it used to be. Sadly. But I found some stuff. And I will have another epic, probably 4-part video. But I wanted to show specifically what I found in this trip, because I found a lot of diverse stuff. So, first thing I found is this collection of Blackadder Remastered 6 DVD set, starring Mr. Bean, the guy that played Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson. Yes, indeed. And he is most well known for being Mr. Bean. That's what you see him in. I like that. Look, it's Mr. Bean. He also did the Johnny English movies, but he also did this particular series where he plays a guy that's a little bit of a douche. But he's trying to gain power, and he gets reincarnated in different time periods. One he's like in medieval times, and the other one he's like, what was he, like in German times, and other times he's here and there, and he gets reincarnated. But this is the remastered edition, so they cleaned it up and added a whole bunch of stuff, and it also has a couple of specials that they did. So it's 4 seasons, I think, that they did with each time period, and then these specials for Christmas and stuff like that. So everything's here. I've seen bits and pieces of this, and I find it very funny. It's like a satire of real life things, and Mr. Bean plays a really good asshole. So, yes, saw this and I immediately picked it up because I wanted to get this one. Another series that a lot of people talk about, but I've never come across is Red Dwarf. If I ever come across that, I'll pick it up. I'm finally happy to add that to the collection. Next, I picked up this one. This is not horror. Neither is the other one, but it's stuff that I picked up. And it's The Indian in the Cupboard. And this could be horror. It's about this kid that inherits a cupboard, and he puts toys in there and they come to life. So imagine that you're this Indian guy, Native American. I apologize, it's not an Indian. It is a Native American guy, and he sees this giant big-ass kid. He's like, what the fuck is that? And then another kid puts a cowboy there, so of course the Native American and the cowboy don't get along. And then they put a Darth Vader toy and a dinosaur, and they all come to life, and it starts turning into this little monster thing. But yes, surprisingly, I don't own this one, and and I've come across this on Walmart and Target, but I never pick it up, and this time I found it cheap, so I picked it up. Let's see, this one I picked up at a yard sale, so I'll leave that last. Picked up this one called Swelter. Still sealed. I do come across DVDs that are still sealed at flea markets or yard sales. But I picked this one up because it has Van Damme and one of the guys from Fear the Walking Dead. I've never seen this one, and I'm pretty sure Van Damme only has a short cameo there, but it's a Van Damme movie I've never seen, and I got it cheap, so why wasn't I going to pick it up? Then I picked up this one, which I'm hoping I don't already have. Dangerous Grounds, starring Ice Cube and Elizabeth Hurley. Now, I have this movie, but the version that I came across at a flea market, and it looks questionable. It looks like it's not official. It has the Artisan logo on top, but you look at the case and it looks kind of pirated. And you look at the disc and it looks like one of those, for one example, most DVDs are either golden or silver. That one looks blue. I don't think that's original. So I've been trying to find this, and this is a Snapper Case release of Dangerous Ground. But again, I couldn't remember if I already had the Snapper Case release of Dangerous Ground. I didn't have my Excel sheet to check it, so I was like, I know I have that pirate version. I'm not sure if I rebought it in an official release, but I'm gonna get it. It's cheap. It's not gonna set me back anything. So if I already have it, I'll pass it along to someone else. And if I don't have it, well, now I have an official DVD release of Dangerous Ground. I've never seen this one, despite owning it, but it has Elizabeth Hurley. And I will always have fond memories of Elizabeth Hurley in Bedazzled as the Devil. A lot of people say that Austin Powers is her best movie where she looked the sexiest, but no, it's Bedazzled. I'm sorry, but Elizabeth Hurley looked her sexiest in Bedazzled. Yes, indeed. And this one, don't judge me, I have Gremlins. Open Season 2. Why? Well, because we own Open Season, and Open Season 3. We didn't own Open Season 2, and Professor Macabro is an obsessive-compulsive collector. So, was missing 2. I had to add it. And that's enough of that. And now these ones I found at, this was at the flea market. These ones I found at a yard sale. Making my way home from work, and I looked around at a house, and they had this little yard sale, and I was like, well, let's see what we find. And didn't find much, but, well, I found one other thing, but I did find 2 movies that I didn't own. One horror, hooray! Picked up Tremors 5, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Yes, indeed, this is Tremors 5 Bloodlines. Yes, indeed, and it has Bert coming back. I think I'm missing 2. I'm pretty sure I'm missing 2. I have the first Tremors. I don't think I own 2. I have 3. I have 4. I have the TV series. And now I have 5. So, and it's, again, the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. It's Win. It's horror. It's Tremors. Big fan of that. I think they got up to 7. I know there's one in an ice setting with Jamie Kennedy coming back. And then I know there's the last one where Bert dies. And then they haven't done any new ones. So, yes, I know I'm missing 3 Tremors movie to complete the franchise. But I wasn't going to pass this one up because I got it super cheap. And the last one I got is a movie that I've been hunting for. I've never seen it new at the Walmarts or the Targets. And in the wild, I've never come across it. It's a Robin Williams movie that I'm missing, and I've never been able to find a copy. And again, a lot of people would say, like Professor Macabro, why don't you just make your life easier and order it online? Well, one, I get stuff on the cheap. I'm a budget baller, you see. So I like the thrill of the hunt on the cheap. I like going to flea markets, yard sales, looking through boxes and boxes of DVDs until I find one that I'm missing. And then I get it cheap. So, you know, if I order this thing online, it's going to cost me, let's say, $10. But with those $10, if I budget ball of stuff in the wild, I can get a lot more movies than just one. So, and again, it's the thrill of the hunt and finding something that you're missing on the cheap. So, it might take me a little longer to find a movie that I'm missing, but it's more satisfying when to me, where I find it that way. And the Robin Williams movie that I've been missing and hunting for a while is Jack. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. No, it's supposed to be this whimsical movie where Robin Williams is a 10-year-old, but has this disease that makes him age faster, so he looks like Robin Williams. And Robin Williams is acting like someone that's acting like the 10-year-old. 10-year-olds don't act this way, I'm sorry to say. And everything's like whimsical, like, oh, look at that kid. He's a 10-year-old stuck in the body of a 4-year-old, and he's not acting like a 10-year-old. And he's doing questionable things, but aren't we all supposed to feel happy and jolly? And we're not. I'm not a big fan of Jack, I will admit. Jack and Patch Adams are 2 Robin Williams movies that I don't particularly like. Jumanji is a movie that I enjoy a lot. 8mm. No, 8mm is Nicolas Cage. 1 Hour Photo is Robin Williams. I like that one a lot. Insomnia is another one I like. Mrs. Doubtfire is one I like. Even Bicentennial Man. But Robin Williams had this thing where he would always be this misunderstood character, and then at the end he had to give a speech. It was like, speech, feel good for me. And I'm not a particular big fan of that. So, yes, Jack is a very weird curiosity, but it's a movie I didn't own, and now I have it. So, yes, unfortunately we lost Robin Williams, and the way that he went out always gives me pause, because, you know, if a guy like Robin Williams that had, you know, was loved by millions, and was okay in life economically, and was a good provider to his family, and dedicated his life to entertain other people, went out the way he did, well, what hope does someone that also suffers from mental issues can do? But we still strive forward, and we try to hang in there, because, yes. Oh, yes, but always bummed out that Robin Williams is no longer with us. I love his movies, and he was a really cool actor. And I think I have his complete filmography. I will have to, because IMDb and Wikipedia are not particularly good at having complete lists of films for an actor or an actress or a director. Sometimes you encounter something like, what the fuck is this? It's not on any of the list, but Nicolas Cage is in it, so I'm gonna get it. And Robin Williams is another person like that. You're come across a DVD like, what the fuck is this? It's it's not in any one of the lists, but it has Robin Williams, even if it's just a short cameo. I'm gonna get it, but I'm pretty sure. I'm 70% sure that I was only missing Jack, but again, I'll have to double check. So yes, that was the movie haul. Again, very little horror. One horror movie, but still a nice little haul that I got. Next up, I'm going to share some other props and knickknacks that I got, so stay tuned for that. But until we see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro, that is Zombie Huesitos, and we wish you all, like always, a good evening.